Have you ever watched a magician pull off an impossible trick and thought, how did they do that? Maybe you've seen someone make an object vanish, read a person's mind, or escape from a locked chamber underwater.
In a manner never before seen by yourselves or any other audience anywhere in the world.
You know it's not real magic, but it still fools your brain. For centuries, magic has captivated audiences. From ancient Egyptian priests performing miracles in temples to medieval street performers dodging accusations of witchcraft. It was once seen as divine power, then feared as sorcery, and finally evolved into the art of illusion we recognize today. But how did magic go from sacred rituals to stage performances? And more importantly, how does it actually work? Before we break down the science behind illusions, let's step back in time and uncover the hidden history of magic. A story filled with deception, mystery, and mind tricks that have shaped human perception for thousands of years. The earliest records of magic come from ancient Egyptian texts and hieroglyphs. Priests performed elaborate rituals in temples, using secret techniques to convince people that they could summon gods, heal the sick, or even bring statues to life. One of the earliest recorded magicians was Dede, who performed for Pharaoh Khufu, the builder of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Ancient texts say he could do the impossible. He knows how to restore the head that is smitten off. He eats 500 loaves of bread, a side of beef, and drinks 100 draughts of beer. Every day. Egyptians also built hidden mechanisms into their temples, statues that spoke, doors that opened by themselves using water pressure, flames that appeared to ignite from nowhere using chemical reactions. These tricks weren't just for entertainment, they reinforced the power of the priests and the belief in the gods. The Greeks were fascinated by mysticism and deception. Some philosophers, like Pythagoras, used mechanical devices to create illusions, while others saw magic as a tool for deception rather than divine power. The word magic comes from the Greek term magia, referring to the Persian magi, a class of priests known for their mysterious rituals. Over time, the term became associated with trickery and illusion. Romans took magic to the streets. Street magicians performed tricks such as cups and balls, which is still performed today, knife swallowing and fire breathing, vanishing objects using sleight of hand. While some admired these performers, Roman rulers often feared magic, associating it with rebellion and disorder. Many magicians were seen as frauds or even criminals. During the Middle Ages, magic became dangerous. With the rise of Christianity, anything unexplained was labeled as witchcraft. Magicians had to be careful. Many were accused of making pacts with the devil. However, some performers hid their tricks under religious or scientific explanations. Alchemy was a popular cover for magic tricks. Alchemists would change the color of metals, create mysterious smoke effects, and even make objects float using hidden strings. Street performers relied on sleight of hand to make coins disappear and reappear. One of the first people to publicly expose magic tricks was Reginald Scott, who wrote The Discovery of Witchcraft in 1584. He revealed that many witches were just using simple illusions, hoping to stop false accusations. Magic truly became an art form in the 18th to the 19th centuries, moving from street performances to theaters and grand stages. The father of modern magic, Jean-Eugène Robert Houdin, changed magic forever. Instead of dressing like a wizard, he wore a formal suit, introducing a more elegant, sophisticated style of magic. His tricks included automaton magic, mechanical figures that could write, play music, and even perform magic tricks. The light and heavy chest using electromagnets, he made a wooden chest impossible to lift on command. His performances inspired future magicians, including Harry Houdini, who even took his last name from Robert Houdin. By the late 1800s, magic had become a global phenomenon. Huge theaters and traveling magic shows became popular, leading to some of the most famous magicians in history. Harry Houdini, 1874 to 1926. The master escape artist Houdini wasn't just a magician, he was an escape artist. His daring stunts included breaking out of locked chains underwater, escaping from straitjackets while suspended upside down, being buried alive and escaping. Houdini's success wasn't just about skill, it was about understanding psychology. He knew how to build suspense and make audiences believe he was in real danger. Other magicians, like Harry Blackstone Sr. and Howard Thurston, performed grand illusions including sawing a person in half, making objects levitate, producing doves and rabbits from thin air. Now that we understand where magic came from, let's break down the techniques magicians use to fool the human brain. A. Misdirection, controlling attention. Magic works because your brain can't focus on everything at once. A magician will draw your eyes to one thing while secretly doing something else. For example, a magician waves their right hand dramatically while their left hand secretly hides an object.
A little bit higher, but watch it close there, Joe. See, if I did it slowly, it'd be back on your shoulder.
During a card trick, they ask you a question to distract your mind just long enough to switch a card. B. Sleight of hand, the art of quick movements. Magicians train their hands to move so quickly that your eyes can't keep up. This is especially useful in tricks like the cups and balls trick, where the ball secretly moves between cups. Coin tricks, where coins seem to vanish and reappear. C. Optical illusions, manipulating perception. Some tricks use clever angles and lighting to make things appear differently than they really are. Examples include mirrors that create the illusion of an empty box, hidden compartments in magic props, floating objects using invisible wires. D. Psychological manipulation, making you think you chose freely. Magicians can influence your choices without you realizing it. This is called forcing. They make you think you freely picked a card, number, or object, but they actually guided you toward it. Magic is not supernatural, it's scientific, psychological, and deeply human. Magicians have spent centuries understanding how people think and see the world, allowing them to create mind-blowing illusions. So, next time you see a magic trick and wonder, how did they do that? Remember, the answer lies not in the magician's hands, but in your own mind.